So when you started, did you already start in that MILF category, like from the very beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went and I shot a scene and they called me a MILF and I went, oh God, what is a MILF? What are they calling me a MILF for? I felt like really old.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
So I just went,
Yeah.
I kind of smiled and went along with it. And so I went home and I'm like, oh, I've got to think about this some more. And then I realized, it was a niche.
Yeah.
And it was a market. And it was like, we all know now what MILF stands for.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So if they're going to call it to me, I got to run with it, And I just went, okay. And I embraced it. And, automatically they start booking you for scenes. And, you realize the scenes are coming out and it's mummy's got boobs and
right.
MILF and
my mom's like hot friend.
Or all the titles were like mum, MILF. And I was like, okay, just embrace it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of got like dropped into it,
Well, and I think it's the most popular genre.
Yes.
If it's not number one, it's in the top like 3.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
I mean, things change slightly and it kind of goes up and comes back down, but it's always hovering.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love being the MILF, my fans love me for it. When I did the scenes with the movies with the mummy and, I did do a lot of girl and it was very endearing and, very caring. And,
more sensual and
more
loving.
sensual, yeah. And then, I have a lot of interactions with my fans. And then, I do like the premium social media. So I'm on Minx, which is MYNX, which is like a sister company of Sex Panther.
Okay.
So they can text, they can click the button and it calls me. They can click the button and it video chats with me.
Okay.
So when it's kind of slightly different because on OnlyFans, it's, there's a lot of mass messaging going on.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the way it works. And then, they start texting and talking and you get into individual conversations. But on Sex Panther / Minx, it's slightly different because the guy knows exactly what he wants and he's going to come to you and he's going to click the button and almost immediately straight away you're going to know. Most of my fans, as soon as you start, it's mummy, and I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And when I like start talking to them, are you a big fan? Oh, yeah. Ooh, you like watching my scenes? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mummy. And I'm like, I already know what your favorite scenes. So I'm like, do you like the scenes when I'm with like that hot older MILF with the younger guy? Yes. And I'm like, okay, I know where this is going. So it's a massive market, and I play to that market and I do the things that I really like to do. And I'm not easily phased. I do have limits.
Yeah.
But you can talk whatever you want, like the mummy, because it's just role play and people are all adults. You can't call Sex Panther without a credit card.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's we're playing, and I'll help them with their fantasies. But there's another unusual fantasy that it's not unusual. I said that wrong. It was new to me.
Okay.
Which I didn't really know existed for me. Because I just wasn't exposed to it. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of fans and a lot of guys. And they have, when they'll come to me, and because, I've played the very dominant part, and, I can be the mistress, and I can be the queen, and I can be someone that they worship. Yeah. And I also can be the person that will tell them what to do and when to do it. Yeah. And I have a lot of guys that have fantasies, me and bringing in the well-hung stud, and then they're going to be my cook. Mm-hmm. And there's...
Your cook or your cock? Sorry. Sounded like it could have gone either way.
It actually could go either way. They were wishing that they were my cock. But actually they're my cook.
Okay.
Yes. And so I have a lot of guys like I like I say, I didn't know until I started really getting into this like sexting. Guys, I can't say the word because it's a banned word, where you make them buy.
Okay.
It's
yeah. Okay.
Am I allowed to say the word?
I mean,
yeah. They say you can't say, but the fans call up and say I want forced buy.
Okay. So, yeah.
But they're not really being forced because they're telling me beforehand, like this.
They want to do it.
They want to do it. They have these fantasies, and I'm like, I'm either
This
doing.
isn't like a scene in a prison movie where it's like I'm in the shower and you're walking in like, this is happening. New inmate, new meat. Let's do it.
Yes. Bend over, bitch.
Yep.
So these guys, they'll come and they'll be like, you already know, like I have one and he'll be texting me and sexting me and he's talking about like the big guys, you know, the big black guys with the big dicks. And he's like, oh goddess, I'm not worthy. I'm down at your feet. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to bring in, and he's knocking at the door, get down. And, you know, I'll make him fluff the guy. If he's not going hard, you know, I want to make those tears come out of your eyes, get it deeper down the back of your
And this
throat.
is all just texting. This isn't
Texting or video
talking.
call.
Okay,
Video
okay.
call, phone call.
So this isn't actually happening in
No.
person. It's just the fans wanting you to
Yes.
play the role. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really ring.
Yeah. No.
He's not coming in. He's not going to
Yeah,
bend you over the desk.
I'm just clarifying for the sake of the show.
Yes, it's not real life.
Yeah.
It's not that kind.
It's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of fun with them. And I have to say, I probably, you know, I do like strap-on, you know, strap-on fantasies. They're my two main genres that I have.
Okay.
The cooks / guys that want to, you know, be my fluffer, and the ones that want to be my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm giving you facts.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And this stuff you didn't really start finding out until you started doing things like Sex Panther and all these other stuff. Because before, you would just do a scene and then that was it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know.
So, you know, when I first got into the industry, you'd do your scene, you'd get paid a check, and you'd go home. And that was it till the next time that your agent called you and said, we've got a job for you. And so, you know, you'd go and do all the jobs. And people, you know, they think that we were, you know, there's the movie again. It's getting resold. Now it's on a compilation. You know, there's the movie, the scene, it'll get resold over and over and it'll be on different platforms. We only ever got paid one fee.
Yeah.
So that was how it was then. I had a website. I've still got the website, tanyatate.com, and I would shoot scenes and I would put them up on the website. And, you know, I did a little bit of webcamming as well. So that was kind of like my main income. But it really changed, you know, like now with the OnlyFans and the premium social media, you know, OnlyFans being the bigger one, you know, Sex Panther is the second biggest one for me that I'm on. You know, I've just started an account on Loyal Fans.
Yeah.
So they're all similar, slightly, they all work
they have
slightly different. And, you know,
yeah.
different fans have different preferences. You
Yeah.
know, I have both female and male fans and, you know, the different ways, but it's basically all the same. You know, where you're texting, they're getting real life, real time interaction with their favorite like porn star.
Yeah.
And I just love it. It's so hard. You know, I get to do their fantasies. I get a lot of custom movies. You know, they want me. I'll sit there and I'll talk it over. Whether you want me to talk about the strap on, the mum, the bi, you know, just the I don't know, the sexy. You know, some of the things I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, what does he want me to say? Yeah, I'm better than your girlfriend. Look, you could fuck me. But like, look, when you're fucking your girlfriend, do you think of me? Oh, I know you do. And so, you know, I put a lot of like dirty talk into my customers and they love it. And I think, you know, that's where we are right now. We've really progressed.